Okay, it's been a while since I made a video, a kind of show and tell and show what all we've got done. And so my daughter came down from North Carolina, and she wanted to try to do a clip today. So you've seen, I think, where we put up the handrails. One of the things she noticed is I moved the steps from
Yeah,
the
you
side.
tricked me.
Yeah, I moved the steps from the side. All these are cedar posts that we debarked, and we got here and skinned them all down and got them set up good. And anyway, we got the door painted, and my wife chose a green. She likes green, and so let's go inside. We got air conditioning, and so let's go in there and look at that.
Okay, guys, welcome to the cabin. Come on, Brawley Lynn.
Okie dokie. Anyway, so you can tell that we have started furnishing it. We've got some new couches here. We've got our fireplace, like it's been there for a while. We got some pictures that we're going to put on the wall, and we've got some lamps. I'm in the process today of building two side tables for the living room, and I'm making them out of walnut. I had some scrap walnut, and I don't like to scrap anything, and so I made them out of walnut. If you'll turn and look back this way, you can see the kitchen. You can see where we've got our chairs in. I've got some antique chairs I got from Mock Methodist Church, and I polyurethane them. They didn't have a bottom. The caning was gone, so I put leather in them. And you can come on around. You can see we're trying to set it up for everything. We've got the
This is gonna be
coffee
your
station.
coffee station, yeah.
Coffee station. We're putting in all the different kind of glasses and dishes, and you can see our sink. We got it all running, and everything's working on it. I have to turn it on first. So anyway, so we got our cabinets in here.
So even though it's a cabin, you still have all the major appliances?
All the major appliances, and not only that, but we got a lot of sundry items here for people to be able to come in and make themselves at home. And I think she's got, I don't know all the drawers yet.
She said she's not quite finished
I don't
yet.
think she's quite finished with all that. So, and we got plenty of cabinet room though. There you go. There's some more stuff. And she's doing black and red. So we got a black splash, and we got University of Georgia. And so anyway, we just got through having these done. This right here is going to go outside at the door. And then this right here is actually going to go over the sink, and it's going to be up here as our ballast.
Oh, that's very pretty.
I have not put it up yet. I've got to put one more board up there to mount my light behind the ballast. To have a light going here, and we got a switch right there. We'll cut it on and off. So we kind of looked around the living room. This will be one of your closets. Anyway, so
little pantry area.
Pantry area, yeah, it's pretty big. And then got a nice refrigerator. Sorry, nice refrigerator. And so we'll come on down the hall.
Before you go down the hall real quick, where did you get your painting there?
Oh, okay. My wife and I took a trip. She enjoys a lady on YouTube called Brenda Gant. And we went to Analusa, Alabama one weekend and stayed at Brenda Grant's. And we went out antique shopping. And this is actually an oil painting.
It's really
pretty. And I found an oil painting that just captured my eye. The old home place and the wagon and the front porches and the rocking chairs. So
I love
we'll
that.
be adding rocking chairs. I got 2 in the shop right now that I've got to get painted. And so come on
Okay.
down the hall.
Let's go down the
And
hallway.
anyway, we've got Jane's got stuff in here. She's been washing sheets. She's got all these sheets and stuff she's been washing.
And
Got
towels.
2, yeah, and towels. We got wash machine, a dryer, and then that's the hot water heater. This is your storage area for your brooms and mops and stuff.
Nice.
This is another cabinet, and we don't have it fully stocked yet, but it's another cabinet. So, and y'all all know about the doors that they come out of our house in Oxford. Another closet. One of the things I always do is I always put a plumber's closet in that goes right in the backside of the shower.
That's nice.
And that way you can open the 4 screws and you'll have access where you can look at your plumbing. So
and you got beadboard down here.
Yeah, got the beaded board in, and it came in. That come from a house right up the street, 1917.
1917.
Yes. And so here's one of the smallest bedroom, well, the smallest bed. This I wanted to take one of the doors and make a headboard out of it, and so it had to be a full. The only way I could make a headboard out of it and make it even and match up, it had to be a full. So it's got a full in here.
I love that.
I made the bed frame and everything. So then we move on, and this is bedroom number 2. We got a queen in here. The queen,
He's still working on
I got the slats, everything in. I've got to put the box springs and bring the mattress up. And so this will be bedroom number 2. And it's got a queen size bed. And it's got a closet.
And they've got mini splits.
Huh?
Mini splits.
Got my mini splits running.
It feels really nice in here.
Yeah, feels real good. You've seen the bathrooms, some of them before, some of the stuff.
This is the viral bathroom that went viral on the internet because Daddy looked like he was playing in the mud.
Yeah, anyway, so what I've done is I've tried to use stuff that's indestructible, and I'm not challenging anybody to tear stuff up.
Yeah.
But this is all 1/2-inch galvanized pipe that we painted, and that's your toilet tissue holder. And this is a nice shelf to put your stuff in. Then you got a cabinet here, up under here. And one of the things I bought was a little tray. A lot of times you'll see stuff in the cabinet and then it's spilt out. And that kind of saves that.
Yeah.
I did it under all 3 cabinets.
Keeps it clean.
Yeah. And then the last bedroom, this is the last bedroom in here. It's I have not put the slats in on this bed yet. So I'll raise that up when I put the slats and the slat holders. I'll raise that up. I think most people have seen the door in our mini split. That's just cooling off so good.
And he also did some nightstands over here.
Yeah, I did some nightstands and some nice little lamps.
They're touch lamps. And they've got USB and a plug-in.
Yeah, so you can plug your stuff in at night.
Daddy, you know what they'll feel like? They'll
What?
feel like they're staying at the Holiday Inn.
Yeah, I hope. Well, I feel like when people come, I want them to enjoy themselves, make themselves at home.
There's a television there.
Yeah, this is the bathroom. One of the things that I tried to do that worked out so well with us is I bought these tubs that go all the way to the ceiling. And I love them.
You got them in your house too.
I got them in my house. And they go all the way to the ceiling. You never have to worry about standing on the edge of the tub painting or grout lines that you have to worry about cleaning. You can stand from the ground right here in the tub and wash your tub down.
Or like in our house in Conyers, sheetrock disintegrating around the tub.
Yeah, and every place I've ever seen that had grout above there. It always got, because of the moisture. And so this one's got the vent fan here that'll get rid of the moisture. As it comes out of the shower here, it'll pick up the moisture and pump it outside.
Okay.
And that's, I got it vented to the outside. And then the other thing is your closet. The only thing we got in here right now, we just got it storage, but it's set up to be able to store stuff and also be able to have hanging clothes. And it's a cedar closet.
Cedar closet.
Come on, Bri. She's taking advantage of the air conditioning.
Yeah, she's hot.
Yeah.
All right, Daddy. So when did you start this cabin?
Well, I guess we laid the first 3 logs on the foundation that I already had prepared on November 27th of 2023. And we laid the first 3 logs in. And so we worked on that and working on trying to get all those logs laid and get it dried in as soon as we could, trying to get a roof on it. Because that was one of my main objectives, is get my logs out of the rain.
Because you were going to leave and go somewhere, right? You went to Alaska.
Yeah. We were going to leave and go to Alaska. So anyway, but
even before you started laying the first logs, you built the carport first.
Right. The first thing we did was clear the lot.
Yeah.
We had to clear the lot, had to backfill where we dug up the propane tank and dug out a real big tree. And I had to haul dirt in here. Then I built the garage area where we'd have a place to store material and a place to work out of the rain. When it was raining, we could still work.
And you had to pour all of those footings.
Yeah, we poured there's 48 of them, 48 10 inches around, and they're 4 foot deep in the soil. And they're also on the bottom, they're ballooned out. They have a mushroom on the bottom. So the bottom of those 4 foot columns are mushroomed out on the bottom.
So you had a lot of work even before you could lay the first board. And even before then, you started sawmilling this wood for how many years?
I sawmilled it 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah. I sawmilled it in October of 22. October and November. It took me 6 weeks to saw all these logs. We had a tornado that came through Fickley Mill, and I sawed all the logs in. Me and LT did.
And you just let
LT
them
and I.
cure for the...
Yeah, and we stacked them and put, I actually put metal on top of them like a small roof and on top of them to let them cure out. And we had them stacked with 2-inch, I call them stickers or spacers, every 24 inches. And we had, I think, 3 big stacks of logs, about 150.
And you went through every one almost?
Nearly every one of them I went through. Right at the end, we ended up having to rip down, I think, about 6 of them to give us 12 2x10s by right at 20 foot long to do some roof rafters in the back of the house. Because I'd run out of 2x10s that was 18 foot or 20 foot long.
So this is a lot more than just building a stick-built house.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot more.
It's a lot more.
It's completely, everything's locked together. I mean, it's...
and custom.
Right. Everything's locked together. Every log is custom length, and every log has been sanded and sealed on both sides. Been chinked. The chinking's what, truthfully, one of the things I'd warn people about is the chinking. I did a space of, they're 4 inches long wide, and I did a 2-inch spacer on between each log. I would recommend, there were 2x2s. I'd recommend to go with 2x3s because that just gives you 1 inch on each side to put your insulation and then put the chinking, because that 2 inches was too much.
Mm-hmm.
I had to have too much shinking, and
That's a lot.
That's what one of my suggestions on doing it was.
Well, I'm sure there's
Reduce.
going to be a lot of people that, interested in building cabins, and they could definitely come here and stay and look
Yeah,
and see the craftsmanship of what it takes to build a cabin. And
I would say I am not a uh, perfectionist craftsman, but
and
I
this is
am.
all self-taught.
Yeah,
Mhm.
all self-taught. But what I do try to do is make it strong
Mhm.
and durable, and something that will stand time,
Mhm.
that will be here when I'm gone,
Mhm.
and hopefully be here when my children are gone.
And you said we could even move this if we
Yeah,
wanted to.
and it's built where you could move it,
Mhm.
because I see the future of Butler.
Mhm.
It probably growing, and it might go to a farm somewhere.
Mhm.
Then move it to a farm, and it wouldn't be structurally. I don't think you'd have any problems. I have not made my screw board yet, but I'm going to make a screw board and put it on the wall that shows how many screws that we put and what type we put into this building,
Mhm.
because we've got all kind of lag bolts that's 18 inches long, some of them 16 inches long, wherever it suited the right purpose. And
Mhm.
so most everything was put that together with screws.
Mhm.
And screws actually are a whole lot better than nails. They don't back out. They don't back out. And so,
So, are you excited about being like you can finally see some light at the end of the tunnel?
yeah, when I started buying the furniture,
Mhm.
when we started buying the furniture, I could see some light. My punch list has got a lot smaller.
Mhm.
Now, we've added some stuff um, on our grounds.
Mhm.
We've done some stuff on our grounds that will enhance the the property,
Mhm.
and that's one of the things that we've had a lot of rain, and so was unable to chink anything while it's been raining. I got still about 3 or 4 dogs back here on the back, and then also I've got to do a walk around and do just check everything to make sure everything's properly chinked.
Mhm.
You know.
And you'll probably still find things as you
Oh
go
yeah,
along. You'll come back and you'll say, "Oh man, I need to get that buttoned up," or
yeah.
because
I'm
sometimes when you're in it every day, you become eye blind to it.
Yeah.
You know.
One of the things that we're really waiting on right now is the internet.
Mhm.
They're in the process of putting fiber optics down our road out here, and we're waiting on our local utility company to provide us with internet here. And
You
so,
were caught like right in the middle of them changing over.
right in the middle, changing over from a DSL type, and I work with a phone company, so I know what they're doing.
Mhm.
From a DSL digital uh, type situation to a fiber situation, which is still digital, but it's on fiber instead of on wire.
Mhm.
They're changing over to fiber instead of wire,
Yeah.
and so and it should be good and give everybody a good, fast digital service here. So I'm looking forward to getting
Buttoning it
that
up,
done. Yeah.
and then you can just hang out around the farm and.
Well, I'll be coming out around here where we can keep the grass mowed,
Mhm.
keep everything neat, and check stuff and make sure that nothing has broke,
Mhm.
that something maybe I overlooked that needs to be done.
You'll
Uh,
always be working.
General maintenance.
Mhm.
Just anything that you have, if you don't do general maintenance on it, you're not going to have it long.
So this was kind of one of your life goals was to build a cabin.
I
So
had
no more cabins, right?
right. No, I don't think I'd want to build another cabin. For one thing, procuring all these logs,
Yeah.
it was just a God thing and you hate to see people suffer through a tornado, but I would never have been able to get all these logs if it hadn't been for the tornado.
Mhm.
I never would have been able to. And Mr. Roy uh, Walton gave them to me. He gave me the logs, but I did some sawing for him also.
Yeah.
So in kind of in turn.
Well, I know everybody in town's excited about it, and we just had some visitors today. So everybody's wanting to come and see the cabin.
Yeah.
And then once we get it up and running, they can come and stay here and have a night in the cabin. It's real nice and comfy in here, and you don't even know you're in town. It makes you feel like you're in a place in the mountains when you're out here, except for when you go outside and it's 100 degrees. But
it's
it is
not
nice
always 100 degrees.
No, it's nice and cool in here.
Yeah.
And it's a great area. Like when people come to Butler, what is there like mostly for them to do around here?
There's a lot of stuff. Nearby, in Columbus, you have the Infantry Museum. If you're interested in museums, Warner Robins, you have the Air Force Museum there in Warner Robins. Just south of here, you have Andersonville, which is a prisoner of war camp. But not only is it a prisoner of war camp, it's also the nationwide prisoner of war memorial. It's a memorial
really
for that. Just a little bit east of there, you have Plains, Georgia, where home of Jimmy Carter. His old schoolhouse was very intriguing. We went to I took the family down there and we enjoyed a day in the old schoolhouse where Jimmy Carter went to school. You got south of there, you have Providence Canyon, which Providence Canyon is, it's like a mock-up of a Grand Canyon, but it's in Georgia, down in Lumpkin. If you go north of there, I told you that the Infantry Museum there in Columbus, they also have, let me think the name of it. They have a botanical garden in Columbus, and you have the Riverwalk in Columbus.
That's pretty.
And then you have Warm Springs, the home of FDR, and then my daughter and them, we went to Callaway Gardens yesterday.
That was a beautiful drive.
Yeah, and they went to Callaway Gardens. It's the lower end of the Smoky Mountains, and it actually has mountains there. And so on Highway 100 and on Highway 100, you can go through a sections of mountains there, and it's Callaway Gardens. So there's a lot of
people like to come here and hunt, and you can bring a little canoe and go canoeing.
Canoeing on the Flint. One of the few rivers it's only impounded twice from here all the way down to Lake Seminole. It's got Lake Blackshear, and then the next one is Chehaw. They got a little jam at Albany. And I've canoed all of it. Anybody wants to ask about canoeing, I've canoed it, a bunch of it, more than once. So some good little short canoe trips here, not too far from here, from Sproul Bluff down to Highway 36. So
and Butler's doing a revitalization of their downtown area, so
yeah,
it's under construction right now, but it's going to be really nice.
Yeah, they're spending over $1 million revitalizing the downtown part of Butler.
I think it's really neat just to come to see an old Southern town. It's like nothing that you see when you go anywhere else, with the old courthouse in the middle, with the streets going around and the shops, and it's just like iconic. And then you come here in the spring, you can go get strawberries, and then you come in the summer, you can get peaches, and I mean, it's just a really neat place to come and visit.
Yeah, and anybody that's interested in firearms, we have one of the largest Browning dealers east of the Mississippi here in Barra Guns, and so if nothing else, just to look at all of them. It's like going in a museum. It's a hardware store on one side, and then a big museum gun store on the other side. So it's really unique here in Butler.
It is, and really unique.
And so
pretty place to. Thank you for taking us on a tour today of the cabin. We're excited about it getting up and running. I know you're going to be excited, and just to be able to invite people over to look at it.
Yeah, we're going to try to I have not set a date, and it looks like it's going to be, and I hate to even say it, I have not set a date yet.
There you go. Don't rush yourself.
I was hoping maybe something around the 4th of July, and but I don't want to set a date and people say, well, he said it was going to be the 4th of July, it's not open.
Yeah. Because like we've said the whole time, this is a marathon, not a sprint. Yeah.
Right. It's a marathon.
Yeah.
Everything's custom.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's custom. So.
All right. Well, thank you, friends, for joining us today.
I appreciate my daughter helping me on the internet side of this. I'm
You're
not
welcome.
very. If you look at all my little videos, it's just about work. You know, that's what they are.
That's
all of them
okay.
about work.
That's okay. And they can go back and watch all of our videos. He has it from the very beginning up until today, where you can watch the
Right.
evolution of this log cabin.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank y'all. God bless each and every one of you. Look forward to people come and visit me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll sit down on the porch and we'll talk about it.
That sounds good.